Some of you have been walking around carrying yesterday like it is a backpack full of bricks. You are dragging last year, last month, and last week everywhere you go. And I am here to tell you that you have got to put that down. The fact that you opened your eyes this morning means the universe is giving you another shot. God is giving you another chance. Do not waste it by living in what already happened. You know how many people went to sleep last night and did not wake up this morning. You know how many people would give anything to have the problems you are complaining about right now. They would trade places with you in a heartbeat because at least you still have breath in your lungs. At least you still have a chance to turn things around. That alone should make you grateful enough to get up and do something meaningful with this day. I talk to people all the time who are so focused on what they lost that they cannot see what they still have. They are missing opportunities that passed while fresh ones are knocking at the door. Every sunrise is a reset button that most people ignore. They wake up and immediately start replaying the same negative thoughts from yesterday. They carry the same grudges, the same fears, the same doubts into a brand new day that deserves better than that. When you truly understand that today is a gift, you start treating it differently. You stop wasting hours on things that do not matter. You stop giving energy to people who drain you. You stop scrolling through your phone like you have unlimited tomorrows. You start moving with intention because you recognize that this moment right here is precious and it is not promised to come again. I have seen people transform their entire lives simply by changing how they view each morning. Instead of waking up dreading the day, they wake up expecting something good to happen. Instead of focusing on everything that could go wrong, they look for what could go right. That shift in perspective does not cost you anything, but it can pay you everything. Some of you need to stop hitting the snooze button on your life. You have been putting off your dreams, your goals, and your healing for way too long. Every day you delay is a day you will never get back. And I am not trying to scare you. I am trying to wake you up to the urgency of living fully while you still can. The opportunity in front of you right now might not look like much. It might seem small or insignificant, but small opportunities have a way of opening doors to bigger ones when you treat them with respect. Start where you are. Use what you have. Do what you can. And watch how quickly things begin to shift in your favor. I do not care what you did. I do not care what happened to you. I do not care how bad you messed up or how many times you fell flat on your face. That was then. We're talking about it right now. Your history is supposed to teach you something, not chain you to a wall of regret. Some of the most successful people you admire have stories that would make you cry. They just learned how to use their pain as fuel instead of an excuse. The past has a way of whispering lies to you if you let it. It tells you that because you failed before, you will fail again. It tells you that because someone hurts you, everyone will hurt you. It tells you that because things did not work out last time, they will never work out. Those are lies designed to keep you stuck in a prison that does not even have walls. I have met millionaires who used to be homeless. I have met happily married couples who went through devastating divorces before finding each other. I have met healthy, vibrant people who were once addicted and broken beyond recognition. Their past did not determine their future because they refused to let it. They took those experiences and turned them into wisdom that guided them forward. Your mistakes are not your identity. Read that again in your mind. Your mistakes are not your identity. They are events that happened along your journey. They are lessons you had to learn, sometimes the hard way. But they do not define who you are or who you can become. The only way your past becomes a life sentence is if you keep pleading guilty to crimes you have already served time for. Some of you are still punishing yourselves for things that happened years ago. You are still carrying shame about decisions you made when you did not know any better. You have to forgive yourself the same way you would forgive someone you love. You have to extend that same grace and understanding to your own heart. You did the best you could with what you knew at the time. Learning from your past means extracting the lesson and leaving the pain behind. It means asking yourself what that experience taught you and how it made you stronger. It means recognizing that even the worst moments of your life prepared you for something greater. The setback was setting you up for a comeback you cannot even imagine yet. Every successful person has a chapter in their story that they do not read out loud in public. Every person you look up to has been through something that almost broke them. The difference is that they did not let that chapter become the whole book. They turned the page. They started a new chapter. And that is exactly what you have the power to do right now. I have met people who are so stuck in what was that they cannot see what could be. They are living life looking through the rearview mirror, wondering why they keep crashing. You have to turn your head around and look through the windshield. The windshield is bigger than the rearview mirror for a reason. Where you are going matters more than where you have been. There is a difference between reflecting on the past and being trapped by it. Reflection is healthy. It helps you learn and grow. But obsession with what happened keeps you paralyzed and unable to move forward. Some of you are reading the same painful chapter over and over again, expecting the ending to change. It is not going to change. What happened already happened. The only thing that can change now is what you do next. I know people who talk about the same breakup from 10 years ago like it happened yesterday. I know people who are still bitter about a job they lost 2 decades ago. I know people who cannot stop bringing up what their parents did or did not do for them as children. And while those feelings are valid, staying in that space forever is stealing the life you could be living right now. Your next chapter has new characters, new opportunities, and new blessings waiting for you. But you cannot meet them if you refuse to leave the old chapter behind. Imagine reading the most amazing book, but getting stuck on chapter 3 because something sad happened. You would miss the whole rest of the story. That is what you are doing with your life when you will not let go. The people who hurt you have moved on. The situation that broke your heart has passed. The failure that embarrassed you is old news to everyone except you. The only person still holding on to it is the person staring back at you in the mirror. And you deserve better than to be held hostage by something that no longer exists. Turning the page takes courage because the unknown is scary. At least the old chapter is familiar, even if it is painful. But familiarity is not the same as fulfillment. You can be comfortable and miserable at the same time. You can know exactly what to expect and still hate every minute of it. Growth requires you to step into uncertainty with faith that better things are ahead. Close your eyes for a moment and imagine the next chapter of your life. Imagine it being everything you have ever wanted. Imagine the relationships being healthy, the finances being stable, and the peace being real. That chapter exists. It is written and waiting for you. But you have to close the old one first. You have to say goodbye to what was so you can say hello to what will be. Before you can reset anything, you have to be real about where you are. Stop pretending. Stop acting like everything is fine when it is not. Stop lying to yourself about your situation. Look in the mirror and have an honest conversation. Say, I am not where I want to be, but I am ready to do what it takes to get there. That honesty right there is the foundation of every great comeback story. Most people cannot change because they will not admit they need to. They keep telling themselves and everyone else that things are good when things are falling apart. They post happy pictures on social media while crying themselves to sleep at night. They pretend to have it all together while secretly drowning in debt, depression, or dysfunction. That mask might fool other people, but it will never fool you. The first person you have to stop lying to is yourself. When you look in the mirror, tell the truth. If you are broke, admit you are broke. If you are lonely, admit you are lonely. If you are scared, admit you are scared. If you have been making poor decisions, own it. This is not about beating yourself up. This is about getting clear on where you are starting from so you know what needs to change. You cannot get directions to where you want to go if you lie about where you currently are. Imagine calling for help and giving the wrong location. Nobody can find you. Nobody can assist you. You stay lost because your pride would not let you tell the truth about your situation. That is what happens when you refuse to be honest about your life. I have seen people stay stuck for years because admitting the truth felt too painful. They would rather suffer in silence than acknowledge they made mistakes. They would rather keep up appearances than ask for help. And all that did was prolong their pain and delay their breakthrough. The moment they got honest was the moment things started to shift. Being honest with yourself also means acknowledging your strengths, not just your weaknesses. Some of you are so focused on what is wrong that you forget what is right. You have gifts you are not using. You have talents you are not developing. You have a purpose you are not pursuing. Part of the reset is recognizing all of who you are, the struggles and the strengths. When you stand in truth, you stand in power. There is no more hiding, no more pretending, no more exhausting yourself trying to keep up a facade. You can finally breathe. You can finally focus your energy on actual change instead of image management. The reset begins the moment you decide that being real is more important than looking good. This is where a lot of people get stuck. They want to blame their mama. They want to blame their daddy. They want to blame the economy, the government, their ex, their boss, their neighborhood. And while all of those things might have played a part, you are the only one who can change your situation. When you take responsibility, you take back your power. As long as you are blaming someone else, you are giving them control over your destiny. I understand that life is not fair. I understand that some people had advantages you did not have. I understand that some people did you wrong and it was not your fault. All of that can be true at the same time as this. You are still responsible for what you do from this point forward. You cannot control what happened to you, but you can control how you respond to it. Blame is comfortable because it takes the pressure off you. If everything is someone else's fault, then you do not have to change anything about yourself. You can just sit there pointing fingers and feeling justified in your stagnation. But that comfort is a trap. It feels good in the moment, but it costs you everything in the long run. I have watched people waste their entire lives waiting for an apology that never came. They spent decades being bitter towards someone who was not even thinking about them. They gave that person power over their happiness, their success, and their peace. And for what? The person who hurt you has probably moved on while you are still stuck in that moment. Taking responsibility does not mean taking blame for things that were not your fault. It means taking ownership of your healing, your growth, and your future. It means saying that even though I did not cause this, I am going to be the one who fixes it. It means refusing to let your circumstances define your destiny. When you take responsibility, something shifts inside of you. You stop feeling like a victim and start feeling like a victor. You stop waiting for someone to save you and start saving yourself. You stop complaining about the cards you were dealt and start learning how to play them better. That shift in mindset is the difference between people who make it and people who do not. The most successful people I know all have one thing in common. They stopped blaming and started building. They stopped making excuses and started making moves. They looked at their situation, no matter how difficult, and said, this is my life, and I am going to make something beautiful out of it. That decision changed everything for them, and it can change everything for you. Look around you. Look at the 5 people you spend the most time with. Those 5 people are a preview of your future. If they are going nowhere, guess where you are headed. If they are negative, broke, unmotivated, and stuck in the same patterns, you are going to absorb that energy whether you want or not. You have to upgrade your circle. It does not mean you love people less. It means you love yourself enough to protect your vision. Energy is transferable. You pick it up from the people around you like a sponge picks up water. If you spend your time around people who complain constantly, you will find yourself complaining more. If you spend your time around people who gossip and tear others down, you will find yourself doing the same thing. And if you spend your time around people who are ambitious, positive, and growing, you will start to rise with them. Some relationships have expiration dates, and that is okay. Not everyone who started the journey with you is supposed to finish it with you. Some people were in your life for a season to teach you something or help you through a certain phase. But holding on to them past their season can actually slow you down and hold you back from who you are becoming. I know it is hard to let go of people you have known for years. I know it feels like betrayal to distance yourself from friends and even family. But you have to ask yourself a serious question. Are these relationships adding to my life or subtracting from it? Are these people helping me grow or helping me stay stuck? The honest answer might hurt, but it will also set you free. You do not have to have a dramatic falling out with everyone who is not going where you are going. Sometimes you can just create distance naturally. You stop calling as much. You stop going to the same places. You start filling your time with people and activities that align with your new direction. The old relationships will either evolve with you or fade away on their own. Start seeking out people who challenge you to be better. Find mentors who have already achieved what you are working toward. Join communities where growth and positivity are the norm. Put yourself in rooms where you are the least accomplished person so you have something to reach for. Your environment shapes you more than you realize. The right circle will celebrate your wins without jealousy. They will hold you accountable when you slip. They will speak life into your dreams even when you doubt yourself. They will push you, support you, and believe in you. That kind of circle does not just happen by accident. You have to intentionally build it. And you have to be that kind of person for others too. Vision is everything. I am not talking about some vague idea of success. I am talking about a clear, detailed picture of where you want to be. You have to know what kind of house you want, what kind of business you want to build, what kind of person you want to become. If you cannot see it, you cannot create it. Spend time every single day visualizing your future as if it already happened. Train your mind to believe it is possible. Most people are walking through life blind to their own potential. They have never sat down and really imagined what their ideal life looks like. They just take whatever comes their way and call it fate. But the people who achieve great things do not leave their lives to chance. They design them intentionally. They create a vision so vivid that it pulls them forward even when times get tough. When I talk about vision, I mean getting specific. Do not just say you want to be successful. Define what success means to you. Do not just say you want to be happy. Describe what happiness looks like in your daily life. The more details you can add to your vision, the more real it becomes in your mind. And when it becomes real in your mind, your actions start to align with it automatically. Visualization is not some mystical practice reserved for spiritual gurus. It is a practical tool used by athletes, entrepreneurs, and high performers across every field. They see themselves winning before they step onto the field. They see themselves closing the deal before they walk into the meeting. They see themselves as healthy and strong before they start the workout. That mental rehearsal prepares them to perform at their highest level. Your brain cannot always tell the difference between what is real and what is vividly imagined. When you visualize your success repeatedly, your brain starts to believe it has already happened. It begins to look for evidence to support that belief. It notices opportunities you would have missed before. It gives you the confidence to take actions you would have been too scared to take otherwise. Some of you have been so focused on what you do not want that you have never clarified what you do want. You know you do not want to be broke, but have you imagined what abundance really feels like? You know you do not